Yeah. Okay, start in a child's pose. So I probably won't be talking too much. I just recovered from literally an 8-day retreat with myself of having no voice. So spread the palms, drop your seat back, let the front of the forehead kind of melt to the ground. If your forehead is super far from the ground, always know you can grab a block and slide it underneath your forehead. So the trick with this practice is to really find the right amount of effort. And what I mean by that is, like, you don't want to give too much. You don't want to not give enough. You want to find the sweet spot for today. Make your arms a little more active. Spread the palms. How are you, Ben? Yeah. Let yourself just feel. Connect to your breath, ujjayi breathing. Inhale through the nose to the back of the throat. Follow it up with a deep, full exhale through the back of the throat. Yep. Try and breathe just through your nose, not letting any air out through your mouth. Feel it slide through the back of your throat like you're sipping air through a straw. Any point during today's practice, you feel like you need to regroup, come back to child's pose. Come up onto all fours for a brief tabletop position. I find it's a little easier to have the hands directly underneath the shoulders, about shoulder width distance apart. Tops of the feet can be into the mat, or toes can be curled under. Good. Extend the right leg back onto the floor so it's like a half plank with your left knee down. You got it. Perfect. Yeah. Fix your eyes on one spot. Engage the navel to the back of the spine. Float the right leg up so it's just hip height. Half of you had already done that. Try not to open the hips, so steer the right thigh bone down. Yeah. Extend the left arm forward like we're shaking hands. The palm faces towards the outside area. Yep, so the feel good, do good sign. That's it. So the shoulders are aligned. So reach and stretch in opposite directions and just feel. Reach back with your left arm, bend the right knee crease, and see if you can get hold of your foot, your ankle, your toe, or maybe just create the shape. If your foot and your hand don't make a marriage, don't force it. Steer the chest forward. Yep, look forward. And fire up your right foot, thigh area as you fire it up towards the sky. Breathe. Don't force it. Just let your body kind of create the shape. Release the arm and the leg in opposite directions. Keep it really long. Hand in the knee, thumb come down to the ground. Pause. Curl the left toes into the mat. Start with the toes curled so you can just feel the firing up of the thigh. Yep. Lift the leg up so it's hip height. Fix your eyes on something. I like the front little skinny edge of the mat. That's a good spot. Slide the right arm forward. So it's opposite arm, opposite leg is what we're doing here. Connect to your breath. Let your body just feel the simplicity of the movement. Reach back with your right arm, bend at the left knee crease. See if you can make a marriage with the hand and feet. If it doesn't work, then don't. There's sometimes one side that's better than the other. So just create the shape, Em. So it's just kind of like you're reaching back in space and just make it real active. That's it. Don't anticipate, just go with it. Steer the chest forward, fire up that thigh and kick a little more. Reach and stretch in opposite directions. Just recreate that space. Lots of good energy flowing through the body. Hand and knee come down. Good. Slide the hands out in front of you a little bit further. A little wider is recommended. Curl the toes into the mat. Lift the hips up and let's arrive into our first dog. Downward facing dog. Bend a little behind your knees. Yeah, breathe your hips way up off your shoulders. Take up a lot of space on the mat this morning. Let the head just go. Relax the jaw, relax the face. And just feel. What you want to avoid is all the weight dumping down into the shoulders. So equal distribution of the weight through the body here. Let the head go. Move the shoulders away from your ears. Feel your outer triceps begin to grip in. Plug down your thumb, your index finger, your baby finger. The pit of the belly draws in and up. Fix your eyes on something that's not moving, also known as the dristi. Roll forward to plank, lead with your chest. Straight line of energy, stacking the shoulders over elbows, elbows over wrists. If you get here and you're like, all right, this isn't working this morning, I need to modify, drop your knees and support the pose. Fix your eyes on something forward and hold. Drive more weight forward towards my voice, even though it's weak, more weight forward. Yeah. Neck is neutral. Hold. Hips up and back, down dog. So now you found your spot. Your hands and your feet have found their natural location here for the appropriate down dog. Now we roll forward plank in one piece, all the way forward. Lead with your heart, lead with your chest. Lower halfway to a push-up that works for you. Can support with your knees down. Less is more. Elbow slide right by your side body. Re-straighten your arms to a plank position. Hips up and back, down dog. Was it more like a belly flop? Yeah. When you know you can't get out of something, you're like, uh-oh, not a good sign. One more, roll forward plank. Plank position. Like up, it was a bad idea. Halfway to a push-up. There's a lot of bad ideas. Yeah. We talk to our kids about that all the time. There's lots of bad ideas. Re-straighten your arms, plank. Hips up and back, down dog. Okay, let's put that in our past. Look to the top of the mat. Start to walk your hands all the way, your feet all the way up to the top of the mat, your feet to your hands. Long spine. So your hands can come to your shins if they don't make it to the floor this morning. Exhale, fold in half. Let your head go. Try that again. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Keep your weight a little more forward. Wow. Inhale, long spine. Create more space. Exhale, fold into yourself. Root to rise. Come all the way up. Drag your hands to prayer. Drop your arms. Personally, I practice with my feet a little separated, but you can have your feet together. It's up to you. Arms go straight up towards the sky. These are for sun A's. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Let your head go. Long spine to prepare you. Your hands can touch your shins or blocks. Step, step to plank. Halfway to a push-up chaturanga. Of course, you can take these out. Up dog or cobra. Decide what feels best in your lower back. Hips up and back, downward facing dog. I couldn't help myself. Yeah, I couldn't help myself. Sasha goes to me, what's with the yacht rock? She's like, what? The yacht rock. Mom, the yacht rock. It's a station, Sirius station. Look where you want to go. Step or float to the top. Get there light. Pretty funny. Long spine weight is forward. Exhale, fold. I know, but it was kind of a little bit. Root to rise, come all the way up. You'd be surprised what they put on there. Yeah, hands to prayer. Drop your arm. Here we go. Arms go straight up towards the sky. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Let your head go. Long spine to prepare. Create some space for yourself. Step, step to plank. Float through a push-up if that's what you prefer. Halfway down. Up dog or cobra. Pick your poison. Hips up and back, downward facing dog. So just let yourself move. Get out of your way. Look where you want to go. Step or float top of mat. Get there light. Long spine weight is forward. Fold into yourself. Let your head go. Root to rise. Come all the way up. Drag the hands to prayer. Drop your arms. Arms go straight up. Just move the energy. Dive in half. Over bent knees. Let your head go. Long spine sets you up. Step, step. If you're hopping, you land in a low push-up chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Press even through your hands, the tops of your feet. Nice. Hips up and back, down dog. Spread the palms. Breathe the hips way up off your shoulders. Look where you want to go. Step or float, top of mat. Long spine weight is forward. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, come all the way up. Drag it to prayer heart. Drop your arms. Keep going. Arms up. It's a moving meditation. Dive over bent knees. Let your head go. Long spine to prepare. Step or float through a vinyasa. Up dog pulls you through. Good. Hips up and back, down dog. Each one gets a little better. Arms firm. Look where you want to go. Step or float top of mat. Long spine, nice and light. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, come all the way up. Drag it to prayer, drop your arms. Arms go straight up towards the sky. Lots of good energy. Dive over bent knees, forward fold, let your head go. Long spine to prepare. Step or float through a vinyasa. You can add or subtract whatever feels good. Up dog is smooth. Hips up and back, downward facing dog. Breathe your right leg up and back, three-legged down dog, but only lift the hip height. Flex the foot. Yeah. Feel your left hip hug in. Point your right toes. Yeah. Come here, come forward, roll forward to plank, hug your right knee towards your forehead. So round in like a little ball. Arms are straight up and down. Scoop up the belly more. Extend the right leg up and back, three-legged down dog. Point the right toes. Come forward, do it again. Hug in. Round, make a connection with yourself. Arms are straight up and down. Your hips can lift a little higher if you needed to. Extend the right leg up and back. Nice and deliberate, guys. Point your right toes. One more time. Come forward. Hug the knee in. Scoop it up real tight. Now keep the leg where it is and just look forward with your eyes. Hold. Step the right foot all the way forward and through. Low lunge. Be on your fingertips. Activate the back left leg. Make sure it's hips distance between your front right foot and your back left foot. Yeah. Come up onto your fingertips and then hover the fingertips from the ground, guys. When you hover your fingertips from the ground, they're really low and you're steering your shoulder blades down your back and you're gripping your hips in. You want a little up dog in your chest. Yeah. Feel the weight in that standing right heel. Activate your back leg. Sweep your arms forward. So kind of guide your arms forward. You can be out a little wider if you need to, like you're handing someone a tray of something. Start to lift with your torso. High lunge, crescent lunge. Take your time. Soften behind the back left knee if you need to. Lengthen the side ribs. Look up a little with your eyes. This is your front line. We need this to open so we can like be successful for the rest of the week. Yeah. So keep your whole body the way that it is. Just bring your arms straight forward like they were before. Wrap your left arm underneath your right arm. If you're unable to do this, you can always grab opposite shoulders. Yeah, like a bear hug. Step up into eagle. Wrap the left leg around the right. It may not be the prettiest movement. It's okay. So like those that are going skiing, do this before skiing and do this after skiing and notice how much worse it is. There's like, no, you can't even get your leg around. Right. Standing right heel is pressing into the mat. Steer your hips back. Lift your elbows up, and that's going to give you the stretch to the upper thoracic. Let's stay upright, Joe. Stay upright. Look forward. Look at your beautiful self. Stick your butt back more, guys. Couple more breaths. Nice, Julie. Keep the legs tight. Just unravel your arms. Guide the left leg back. Warrior one. Nice, juicy stance. Take a moment. Take a beat. Find the stance. Steer the left ribs forward. Sit heavy in that front right thigh. You got it. Look forward with your eyes. You can always take your torso and tip it forward a little if your lower back feels sensitive this morning. You got it. 2 more breaths. Nice. Hands to frame your front foot, plank position. When you arrive in plank, bring your feet together so you have one leg. Lean on your right hand, Vashisthasana, side plank. You thought I was going to be nice today, huh? Side plank, Vashisthasana. Yeah. Drop your bottom knee if you need to modify. Stagger the feet. Take any variation you know you can support and enjoy. Emily, take your left foot in front of your right. There you go. I like that better for you. That's great. Nice bend from your bottom hip to your top hip. Lift. Look sideways, look up. The moments you want to give up, that's when we get stronger. Plank position, slow, no flopping, no flopping. Chaturanga push-up. Up dog pulls you through. Hips up and back, downward facing. Breathe your left leg up and back, three-legged down dog. Do it slow. Don't just fling the leg into space. Yeah. Point your left toes. Come forward, round into yourself. Round your knee towards your forehead. Arms are straight up and down. Extend the left leg up and back. Little fire in that leg. Arms are straight up and down. Point the left toes, guys. Come forward, round into yourself. Round, round, forehead to knee, knee to forehead. Extend the leg up and back, three-legged down dog. Deliberate. Point the toes. Come forward, draw the knee to the forehead, hold. Arms are straight up and down. Keep the leg in nice and tight. Just look forward. Just look forward with your eyes. Step the foot all the way forward and through, close to your left wrist. Come to your fingertips. Arrange your stance. Yeah. Left hip grips in, back leg super engaged. Yeah. Fingertips are going to hover from the ground. Steering of your left hip back, activation of your right leg. Chest kind of opens a little bit of an up dog here. That's it. Stay with it. So if you felt nothing, there'd be no reason in coming here. Yeah, so, you bring on the feelings. Bring on the feelings and leave the thoughts. Sweep your arms straight forward and hover like you're holding something. But charge your arms, so feel your outer triceps to begin to activate. Start to lift the torso and the arms towards the sky, but play a little with that back leg. This is really good. Yeah, I like to soften that knee. Doing all right? Are you in a happy place? You're praying for yourself? Yeah. It's all good. Fix your eyes. Keep the lower half of the body the way that it is. Just bring your arms forward like you're activating those arms, and then wrap your right arm in front of your left for eagle arms. Then step up into eagle, wrap the right leg around. Going to play with your balance. You have to bend your standing left leg in order to create the shape. Steer your hips back, lift your elbows up, look forward with your eyes. Nice bend. Bend more into that standing left leg. Squeeze the leg super tight. Just unravel the arms. Start with that. Unravel and guide your right leg back, warrior one. Turn your back right toes a little bit more forward. Steer the right ribs forward. Sit heavy in that standing left thigh. Tip the torso a little forward if you need to. Good, Joe. Feel the back leg really charged up. 2 more breaths. Hands to frame your front foot. Find plank, bring your feet together, lean on your left hand, Vashisthasana. Find something you know you can maintain, support. I like this modified version. Yeah, that works. There's no right, there's no wrong in this practice. It's finding the alignment that works for your body today. Yeah, have the hand a little out. It's going to be helpful. Top arm up and forward. It's going to give you a little bit more amp. Stay with it. Two more. No flopping or out loud. Plank. There you go. Chaturanga. Nice. Up dog. Hips up and back down dog. Step the right foot forward, turn the back foot strong, warrior one. Just go with it. If you got an injury and you're taking crescent for some reason, I'm cool with that. Yep. Back down we go, chaturanga. Take out the push-ups if it's too much. Take out the back bend. You can always just pause on a down dog. Left foot lands, back foot turns, rise. Warrior one. Some variation of it. Take your time. You good? Chaturanga. Up dog is smooth. Good. Hips up and back, down dog. Down dog. Look where you want to go. Step or float, top of mat. Get there light. Long spine, weight is forward. Fold. Sit into your first chair. Feet can be a little separated. Stick your butt way back and let the natural curve of your lower back happen. Arms are moving up. Neck is neutral. Gaze is forward. Try not to look down. Feel the weight in your heels. Shoot up to stand up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Let's put it together with excitement. You guys look super charged up. Arms go straight up towards the sky. Heavy in your heels for chair. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Long spine to prepare. Step or float, chaturanga. Up dog is smooth. Downward facing dog, hips press back. Right foot forward, back foot turns, rise, warrior one. To the floor we go, chaturanga. If I'm moving too fast, you slow it down to make it work. Left foot forward on your beat. Up, hands to the floor, chaturanga. You did two rights, Jody. Up dog pulls you through. Meet me in a down dog, hips up and back. Quiet your mind, guys. Less thinking. Look where you want to go. Step or float, top of towel. Long spine. Exhale, fold. Chair. Shoot up to stand up. To prayer we go. Drop your arms. Again, smooth movements. Arms go up. Heavy in your heels. Chair pose. Dive over bent knees. Forward fold. Long spine, prepare. Step or float. Chaturanga. Up dog. Smooth operation. Hips up and back, down dog. Right foot lands, back foot turns. Warrior one. You guys look great. Back down we go on your beat, on your breath. Left foot forward on your breath. To the floor we go. Chaturanga. Upward facing. Hips up and back, pause and down dog. Get yourself together. One more. Look where you want to go. Step or float, top of mat. It's for good luck. Long spine. Fold. Chair pose. Feel the weight in your heels. Shoot up to stand up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Arms go straight up towards the sky. Sit heavy in your heels. Chair. Do it again. Just let your body find the shape. Dive over bent knees. Forward fold. I feel resistance with chair. Long spine. Prepare. Step or float. Chaturanga. Up dog is smooth. Hips up and back, down dog. Right foot forward, back foot turns, rise. Get some momentum, warrior one. To the floor we go on your breath. Adding or subtracting what you need. Left foot forward, your breath, warrior one. Chaturanga. Meet me in a dog. You guys are doing great. Keep your hands the way they are. Walk your feet in a couple inches for me. Just a couple. Take your feet a little wider. Take them to the width of the mat. Yes, it's like a little baby down dog. Take your right hand and feed it through to the left side of anywhere on the left side of your body. So we're going to go outside of left leg rather than inside. Go outside of left leg. And if you can't reach for the outside of the left leg, go up high. So keep your right hand down, your left hand down, Jody. There you go. Walk it out in front of you. Yeah. Look underneath that left armpit. 3 more breaths. Unravel, right hand down. If you did the wrong side, you'll just do the other side. Don't worry about it, okay? Feed the left hand through. Anywhere along the outside of that right leg. Lower is obviously a little more advanced, but you got to keep your left hand down. My right hand down. Yeah, I'm looking at the wrong person. The right hand is down. There you go. And the left hand is feeding to the outside of the right leg. And you're looking underneath your right armpit. Good. Your hips stay even. And you're just breathing. Unleash the hand. Short down dog. Okay, now you're going to walk your hands and your feet together to meet at the middle of the mat. Yeah, so just complete it. Long spine, fold, root to rise in the center of your mat. Drag your hands to prayer, drop your arms. Pivot towards the mirrored wall. It's a good song, yeah. Pivot towards the mirrored wall. Okay, bring your feet together to start. First thing, hug your right knee in. Okay, this might be all you do today. Be okay with doing as little as possible. Soften the shoulders down the back and just work on your balance. Moving on, hook the big toe, hand to hip. Extend the leg forward. You may need to scoot back a little. My right leg does not even go remotely straight. That's something new in the 40s that I found. Yes, that didn't happen in my 30s. So go straight forward first. Straight forward. Yeah. Step back a little. There's plenty of room. Arm can go straight up towards the sky now. Your knee could just be bent. You could just do it like this. Totally fine. So like a gate, you're going to let your right leg swing open, but not super crazy. I need you to keep your hips aligned. If you've got the outer foot, the leg's going to go on an angle, and then the left arm's going to open up. The knee is bent. It's just going to look like this. Arm could be out in an angle towards the side. Stay with it. Draw the lower belly in. Hook the hips in. Keep the hips aligned. Couple more breaths. Close it up into a tree. So bend your right leg in half and take it anywhere along the instep of that left leg and then grow the branches of your tree. Fix your eyes. Soften the shoulders down the back. And you root. You have to root yourself. Not going to be perfect. Be okay with that. Hands to prayer, step down, stand, mountain pose. All right, it's in your past. Let's try the other side. Whatever it is, it is. Stand on your right leg, start basic, hug the left knee in. This may be it. Stand up tall, contract the right quadricep, grip your right hip and glute in, soften the shoulders. You're moving on. Your hand could just be at the front of your knee, or you can group the big toe. The right arm can extend up, the left leg can extend out. We're just going straight forward first, so bent knee is fine. Like a gate, the left leg swings out. It may be an inch, it may be 2 inches. It's definitely not 20 inches. Right arm can drop down and open up towards the right. Knee can be bent or straight, any amount. Good, Amy. Hug the hips in. Stand up a little taller and breathe. Close it up into a tree. Bend that left leg, maybe the hands in prayer to get yourself balanced. Stand on that right leg and then grow your branches. Hug the hips in. Couple more breaths. Hands to prayer, step down. Nice work. Separate your feet wide, big step. Stay the same direction, it's much easier. Open up your arms wide. Yeah. So the wrists and the ankles are pretty much aligned. Turn your right foot out so it faces towards the mirrored wall. Turn your back left toes in. Yeah. Find a triangle pose here. Find triangle. Let's keep it basic. Triangle. I like going into triangle from a standing position like this because you can really pick the stance that feels best for you. Utilizing a block to the outside of that right calf is always a great option. Yep. And might take a tiny bit of a bigger step, like a little bit longer, and then you'll be in good shape. You want to feel like you're leaning back a little, but not in your low back. Settle into it. Let your right rib spin forward. You got it. Keep the shape, look down. Let's float to an Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. Move the block out in front of you. Fire up that right hip. Keep the right foot forward and just step up into it. Left hand can stay on your hip for balance. You can also work to spreading the left arm open towards the sky. Add in what you need here. Find what you need. Maybe bending at the knee crease, grabbing the ankle. If you fall, you try again. Stay with it, guys. If you added anything fun in, just find a regular Ardha. Listen carefully. Regular Ardha Chandrasana. Soften a little behind your right leg and take a giant step back and find warrior two. Now we hold. Warrior two. Wrap that right thigh open. Turn your back left toes on a little angle. Lengthen your tailbone. Find symmetry in the pose. Close your eyes and breathe. Don't push the feeling of it away, the feeling of power, the feeling of strength that's created in this pose. Lengthen down more. Stay with it, guys. One more breath. Straighten your right leg on track. Take your hands to your hips. If you know you need your block, grab it because we're going to pivot towards the back. Right. Turn your left toes, your right toes in and your left toes out. Just kind of dump the block to the back. Set your legs up for triangle. Yep. Reset and then find the pose. You feel it in your lower back. You feel it in your arm. Just holding it out. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Stack it open. If you're utilizing a block, just make sure you're not dumping all your weight down onto it. Back leg is strong and straight. Front leg can have a little bend. It's actually recommended. Neck is neutral. Nice work. Couple more. So keep the shape, stay committed, look down, Ardha. So just it's the same pose. You're just kind of moving forward into it. Welcome it. Oh my God, I love this song. Lift from that inner thigh. Add in what you feel you need to make the pose complete for you. If you're grabbing the bind, grab the bind. If you're staying basic, that's fine. Make it light, make it effective. Stay with it. Release the bind, Ardha, regular Ardha. Before you just dump down into it, soften the left knee a lot and then take a nice slow step back, warrior two, and give yourself a second to find the stance. And then we hold, warrior two. Left foot forward, back toes turn on an angle, wrap the inner thigh open. You can even have your hand on your hip. Soften the shoulders and then close your eyes. Finding stillness in the posture. It is possible. Just let go. Soften where you can soften. Engage where you can engage. Lengthen. 4 more breaths. You got this. Straighten the left leg on track. Reach for your block if you have only one. Grab it, toss it to the front. You don't need it right now. Pivot the left toes in. Turn the right toes out. Warrior two, taking the front edge of the mat, facing the front edge of the mat. Yep. Circle it through a vinyasa. Move it through a vinyasa. Yeah. Up dog pulls you through. Hips up and back, downward facing dog. Step the right foot smack in between your hands. Turn your back foot on a strong angle. Don't come up. Now grab your block. Caddy it to the instep of the right foot. Right hand down, left arm opens. B variation. I personally do this with my right hand fisted into the block. I find it gets me out of my shoulder. So you're welcome to play with it. Grip your right hip in, spread the left arm open. If you want to bind today, left arm can wrap behind your back. If you can take on a full bind, you're welcome to do so. The right arm will wrap in front of the leg, and you'll be able to clasp both hands or wrists. Now, the trick with binding is that it's a lean back and it's an openness of the chest. So sometimes the half variation is actually more effective. Grip the right hip in, turn the bottom ribs, look sideways, look up. Hold. Anchor with that back leg. Warrior two, pull it up. Recommit. Vinyasa, clear it out. Up dog pulls you through, make it feel good. Stay with it. Hips up and back, down dog. Step the left foot smack in between your hands. Don't come up, just grab your block. Turn your back foot on a strong angle. Use the block to the instep of the foot. Caddy the back of that left arm in there and then peel up. This is my favorite way to take this pose because it's very grounding. You don't feel floppy in it. You feel supported. You give as much as you want or take away what you don't need. Add in the half bind if it's there. If it's not, don't worry about it. Add in the full bind if you're feeling ambitious. Lean back a little. Grip that bottom hip in. Turn those ribs. You got it. Look sideways, look up. A few more breaths. Warrior two. Take it to the floor, vinyasa. Thank the Lord. Up dog pulls you through. Hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in through your nose. Take a large yell out through your mouth. Ha! Yeah. Hang with me, guys. Look where you want to go. Step or float to the top of the mat. Long spine. Fold. Chair pose. With as little resistance as possible. Chair pose. Drag your hands to prayer. Inhale your breath. Hook and twist to the right. So when you twist, guys, you're not twisting your whole body. It's just your ribs, the little ones. The little ribs twist. So you look sideways, you look up. It's not a large movement. It's like a little nook and cranny. You got to get in there. Nice bend. Point the elbow up, and then you might get a little more range of motion. Chair pose. Stay with me. So your arms are moving up. You're on your right leg, and you're going to float your left foot an inch from the ground. Yep. Warrior three. Warrior three. Use your blocks. Yeah, use your blocks if you need them. If you don't need them, good for you, but most of us need them. Warrior three. So you're on your right leg, and your left leg is back in space. Yeah. Use 2 blocks if you want. Nice, Jody. Jody's squared. Steer your left thigh, everybody, down. Yeah. So keep your left hand down, and let's peel the right arm open. Revolved Ardha. You knew it was coming. Yeah, revolved Ardha and Chandrasana. Okay, so the way I take revolved Ardha is my right hand slides to the flat part of my back first. Focus attention on that back left leg, lifting from the inner thigh. And then with all that power, maybe the right arm can peel open on a good day. Hug the hips in. Twist a little deeper. Right hand down. Left foot meets right foot top of mat. Long spine. Fold. Chair pose. Stay with me. It's going to work out for you in the end. Chair pose. I promise. Chair. Hands to prayer. Inhale your breath. Hook and twist. You can exit out 3 breaths earlier if you name the singer, Jody P. Listen carefully. If you know. Oh, there you go. You can come out. 2 more, guys. Chair with a twist. Take it on. Chair pose. Pull it around. Pause. Okay, keep your arms moving up and just float your right foot an inch. You can do it. Just float it an inch and then feed it through for warrior three. And I'd recommend the blocks. So what happens in warrior three when you do this is you want to open. Keep everything really squared off. Steer the pelvis down towards the ground. Yes, that's the motion you want. Look forward with your eyes, Annie. It's going to help. Keep the right hand down, guys. Left hand slides to the hip, the flat part of the back. Soften a little behind the left knee. Grip the left hip in. When you feel you have the alignment, if it comes today, peel your top arm open. If not, just stay with it. Good adjustment. Look sideways, look up. Grip the left hip in, twist open. Two more. Left hand down. Feet meet top of mat. Good work. Long spine on the inhale. Fold in half, let it go. Separate your feet a little bit, maybe hips width. Hook the big toes, grab behind your heels. Yeah, some sort of forward fold. Let your head go, lift your hips up. Yeah. Good. Come to the fingertips, long spine, release the grip. Step back with your left foot, big juicy step. Drop the back knee. Yep. Rise up, supported lunge. Pad the knee if you need to. Yeah. Hands drag to prayer. Inhale your breath. Lean out, hook the elbow, and twist with the back knee down today. So, Jewel, get your back leg. See how Eric's leg is more on an angle? Yes, to slide it back more because that's your psoas, and that's actually what we're looking to stretch more so than anything else right here. So a lot of you have a strong practice. I'm aware of that. And you can lift the back knee easily. So that's not the goal today. We're going to keep the knee down for a moment, and we're going to twist this way. And what I want you to maybe think about doing is taking your top arm, Joe, do you know this one? and peeling it back. So the right arm's going to reach back and you're going to pause. You're going to use the left elbow to keep hooking the outer part of that right thigh. And there's a peeling of the right arm. That's it. Stay there. Breathe. Look sideways. Try not to look back too much. 2 more. It's different, right? Hands back to prayer. Look to the floor. Place both hands down. Straighten out your right leg. Start to walk your hands back. So it's like a runner stretch. Okay, but I want you to stay up high. So it's going to be more like this. This is not my good side. This is my very bad side. So you'd use a block right here underneath your left hand. My block generally has to go really high, and then you're going to peel open. So it's a version of a twist. Yeah. And what it's targeting is your IT band. I know. If you've been blessed with healthy IT bands, like you don't drive a car because this is the driving leg, maybe you ride your bicycle everywhere. Turn your right toes out a little, and that's going to give you more of a stretch. That's only if you're looking for more. 2 more breaths. Okay, release. Rebend the front thigh. Curl the back knee into the mat, up off the ground. Be in a low lunge for a breath. Spring to the top of the mat one last time. Long spine. Pause on the exhale. Long spine. Giant step back with your right leg. Giant step back. Drop the back knee. Make it work for you. Pad the knee if you need to. Then rise. Supported lunge. Front leg is bent. Hands to prayer. Inhale the breath. Lean out, hook the elbow, and twist. She's got a great voice. Point the elbow towards the sky. So I normally teach it with the toes curled. I want you to relax the foot. Relax the foot and press the top of the foot into the mat. There you go. Now, if you want to add on, left arm's going to peel back. Palm's going to face open towards the mirrors. Rather than looking towards that hand, just look sideways, look at yourself, look up. Try not to look all the way back. And just breathe. Bring the hand back to prayer. Look to the floor, frame out both hands around your left foot. Start to straighten the left leg and crawl your left leg back. So it's kind of like your knee is straight up and down and you're crawling into a runner's lunge. You could stop here too. Amy did it where she put a block underneath her thigh. That's nice. Slide a block underneath your right hand. I have to go high with the block and then peel the left arm open. Perfect. You're doing great. Flex the foot and let the foot turn out if you need more. Release, hand down, rebend the left leg. Engage the back knee. You're in a low lunge with your left leg forward. Plant the hands to the floor. Step to a plank. Step to a plank. Lower to your forearms for forearm plank. Forearm plank. I know, it's all coming out here. Forearm plank. I like to leave it all out there. Yeah, why not? Lengthen your tailbone. Look forward. Yes. Draw the navel. If it's too much, you modify. Stay for another 5 breaths, 6 breaths tops. If you want to walk up and take a dolphin or hop up into a forearm stand, you know you can master that without taking anyone out. Go for it. If not, you're just holding, embracing, and breathing. 5 more breaths. If you can get up light and effectively. You got it. Finish it off strong, guys. Child's pose. Child's pose. Tabletop position. I want to do a different back bend for you. I think it's going to be better for most of you. Tabletop position. Yeah. So float the right leg. Yep, you're on your hands. Regular tabletop. Yeah. Float the right leg up into space like we did early. Uh-huh. Point your right toes. Hug your right knee towards your navel. Step the right foot all the way forward and through. So you're back in this low lunge, but it's different. Now your left thigh bone is straight up and down, okay? Then come up, supported lunge like this. It's different. Good. So the left thigh is straight up and down. The right leg is bent in half. Drop your arms down alongside your body. Clasp your hands behind your back. Eyes of the shoulders lift. Okay, so inhale, open up the upper thoracic. There's a squeezing of the shoulders. Exhale, you start to go up and then back a little. It's a small movement. If you're able to drop your neck back, great. If not, just keep it straight. Kind of like a half camel, but less nauseating. Let the clasp hand slide down the back of that left thigh. That's the back bend right there. You can grab your foot, go for it. You can bend your left leg up and grab your foot and ankle. 3 more. Slowly start to bring the torso up. Do it slow. Good. Hands to frame your front foot. Listen carefully. Curl the left toes into the mat. Feed the right leg back and through. 3-legged down dog like we started the practice. And then slide the right knee forward for a half pigeon. And see, I told you it's going to work out well. Yeah. Just trust me in the process. Yeah. Half pigeon. You can relax here. Good idea. Down dog. Step right into a down dog for me. Last vinyasa is optional. Plank position, halfway to a push-up. Upward facing pulls you through. Hips up and back, down dog. Last time today, drop to your hands and knees for a brief tabletop position. It's just for a setup because I want the thighs straight up and down. Extend the left leg straight back to start. So your right leg is straight up and down. Your left leg is back. Point the toes, hug the left knee in. And then step the left foot all the way forward and through. Keep the right thigh straight up and down if you can. And then rise, supported lunge. Good. These are great. Drop your arms down. Clasp the hands. Opposite grip if you could remember what that was. Good luck. Inhale, lift the eyes of the shoulders. It's not about how deep you're going here. It's about creating the motion. Inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale, start to bring it back. Let the hand slide down the back of the thigh. Good. So the advanced version here would be to eventually kick the right heel up and grab hold of the ankle and make it kind of like a full pigeon in time. 2 more. Start to bring the torso up. Do it slow so you don't get a head rush, or maybe you want one. Hands to frame the front foot. Pause. Curl the back toes into the mat. Feed the left leg back and through. Last time today, 3-legged down dog. Enjoy it. Feed the left leg forward and through, half pigeon on the left side. And then fold. And let yourself just be. If you need a little block underneath your left hip, that's a good spot to kind of tuck it under. Any other variation of this is welcome. Use the strength of your body, come up. As you come up, lean onto the left side, last posture, then you're gonna hit the floor for Shavasana. So extend your right leg forward and your left leg like this, okay? So you're just bending your left leg. It's a little bit of a different twist. Flex the right foot super strong. Take your left arm and caddy it to the instep of that left leg. Good. Right hand behind you. So you're twisting the opposite of what we normally do. Left leg wants to wing out. You got to hug it in, flex the right foot, and then lengthen and twist. Now, if you're able to bind, the left arm wraps behind you and you're able to clasp with one or both hands, but you have to stay very upright. Flex the right foot strong. You got it. You got it. Turn a little deeper. Release, come back to center. Extend the left leg straight out. Bend the right knee in. It's about a couple inches from your butt. Yep. Take your right arm and caddy it to the inside of the right leg. The right leg wants to wing out. You have to kind of make that marriage so it hooks in. Left hand behind your back. Start with that. Not every side is equal. Lengthen up. Flex the left foot strong. That's going to keep you really engaged. Look sideways. Maybe one hand binds them behind. Maybe the other arm binds. Yep. Lengthen and sit up tall as you twist. Unwind, unwind, come back to center. Extend both legs out in front of you. Inhale the breath, stretch the arms up. Exhale, just take a passive fold. And then vertebrae by vertebrae, you're going to roll onto your back. Nice and slow. You're going to set up for a nice relaxing Shavasana. Next 2 minutes, completely still. Cover yourself. Slide blocks underneath your legs. Nothing else to do. Yeah. I mean, you came for this. Yeah. Complete rest. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. If you need more time, just ignore me. I won't be offended. Stretch your arms up over the top of the head. Squeeze the knees in towards the chest for a full stretch. And sit up your own way, however it feels comfortable for you in your final position. With the eyes closed if you can. Hands to prayer, it feels good. Bow the head for a sec. Your yoga practice gives you the opportunity to pause. Like even though you're moving with asana, you're pausing, reflecting, gaining new perspective. Be grateful for all these awesome things. Lift the head, open the eyes. Namaste. Thanks, guys. Have a good one. I'll see you a week from, not next week, the week after. And I will have fun. Yeah, I'm going to Jackson Hole. See you next time.